Okay, I think we're live. Hi, my name is Sarah. Welcome back to my channel and my Facebook page. Today, I'll be kind of giving you a review on what my course looks like. This is one of my courses that I offer, and it's called Thai for Beginners, Volume 2. Okay, so basically, those who can take this course should be the students who have been through my volume 1 course already, or you can take lessons with other instructors and then you feel like you kind of want to brush up your Thai, so you can take this course as well. So today I'm going to show you how it works and all that. Okay, if you're ready, let's just get started. Today I'm in Samui. Yes, you can see the view here. It's really nice here. At Sandalwood. Yeah. So right here, really enjoy the view. And yeah, so today I'll be showing you guys from here. Okay. All right. You ready now? Okay, so let's take a look together what you'll be learning for volume 2 here. All right, I'm gonna walk you through. Okay, so first of all, when we first start volume 2, we're gonna be reviewing pretty much for the first 2 sessions. What the stuff that we're gonna be reviewing is this one, beginners volume 2 here. So we're gonna review tones, numbers, some key phrases together. Okay, so 5 tones in Thai, you probably already know that tones can be complicated, and at the same time they can also be simple as well if you understand the structures and the nature of the sounds. Okay, so I'll do 3 tones first to start, and then I have you guys do 5 tones. Okay, because that's how we do it. Let's take a look real quick here together. Ga, mid tone, right? Ga, stabilize, kind of boring tone, like dull, yeah. Ga, that's mid tone, yeah. Ga, ga, low tone, ga. Falling, ga, ga, low tone and falling. Falling, it's pretty aggressive. Ga, ga is usually shortest compared to the other 4. And ga is like ga, sound depressing. Yeah, so I do something like this. I drills with my students in class. Yeah, and then we're gonna go over 5 tones together. Later on, we're gonna do more tone stuff, but this time I provide the meanings too, so you can learn what those words mean. Yeah, and the thing about volume 2 is I include all the Thai script. Yeah, so even though you don't know how to read or write yet, but you're gonna get to see, or you can come and revisit this manual later, or this presentation later, how they are written. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to teach all of this, go over one by one. So I usually engage every of the students in class. So if you're in my class, you get to speak. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. I'll have you speak at some point. Okay. Next one that we're gonna review is numbers. So like I said, right, a lot of people come to me and say they can do numbers in Thai. Definitely can do numbers in terms of spelling. Yes, usually spelling is correct, but pronunciation, I would say only 20% of the people that I talk to that they learn Thai, like beginners. Usually intermediate learners and advanced learners, their tone's pretty on point, right? But beginners, I would say only 20% that I heard their tones, and I would say their tones like on point, which is very common. So that's why in this course we need to review again for numbers. Some people said numbers are so easy, why you have to do it again and again? It's not that easy, especially the vowel here. Ning, low tone. I usually just do low tone first to start. So I do nings, si, hok, jet, like low tone, keep going low. And then I do falling tone. Instead of doing all like 1 to 10, I'll do low tone first. It's something that you can do by yourself when you want to study on your own too. You can use this technique, yeah. And you can do falling tone first, yeah, and then rising tone. Soon, song, sam, yeah. And then when you do number drills, I would suggest you do 6 to 10 first because they're all low and then falling. Yeah. Once you involve rising tone, 2, 3, your number 4 might be a little rough to do because I got distracted from the cue dog. Number 2 and number 3, when you do it, it's kind of hard to go back down. Like I give you an example, right? 1 here, 2, then 3, and when you do 4, usually like automatically you'll be like C, right? Which is wrong. It's supposed to be C. Okay. So yeah, it's so important for you to do like to drill numbers until you feel comfortable with. Okay, and then I do numbers drills 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 1, 2, 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just keep doing stuff like this, and then I will review key phrases that we have learned in Volume 1. So for those of you who joined Volume 2 without taking Volume 1, I already tested you. I did a phone interview you already to make sure that you know some key phrases. But at the same time, usually at any point, or if you join Volume 2, even though you pass Volume 1, you still need to review because I believe that when we learn anything first time, sometimes it doesn't sink in, right? It doesn't register. So it would be good to review anyway. So the first 2 sessions in Volume 2 will be pretty much reviewing what we learned in Volume 1. Okay. So for example, greetings. How do you say hello? How are you? Yeah. If you don't know how to say it, maybe it's time to review, or maybe you should join my Volume 1 instead. Yeah. I'm fine, and you? I'm so. How about you? How do you say that in Thai? Okay. Greetings, nice to meet you, and all that. So key phrases. In Volume 1, I was teaching self-introduction. Greetings. Only simple greetings. I don't do colloquial greetings in Volume 1 for a reason, because colloquial greetings involve some other structures that is probably too complicated for a total beginner. That's why I'll do simple greetings only. Okay, so that's about it for this one. And then after we learn this one already, we're gonna move on to colloquial greeting. So I'll be teaching. Oh, actually, we're gonna do the sentence structure first. The first one that I'll be teaching is the question particles. Question particles are so important in Thai, guys. I have been teaching a lot of students, and when I first started teaching Thai, I didn't realize how particles, like question particles in particular, could be so complicated for learners, right? Because I use them intuitively. So the thing about my, ใช่ไหม or the or the, yeah, it's they're very subtle. Okay, they're not really something that you can just intuitively use. So it's so important. In my Volume 1, I also emphasize and I also teach these guys too. But in Volume 2, I'll teach them and also their variations. For example, mai, I'll also teach ma, right? Colloquial ma, yeah, and how to answer that. And I will also be teaching how mai can be used as suggestion, right? Because a lot of times in my short clips, I usually just say, when you say mai, you put at the end to make a statement or question. It's not just that, right? There's some nuances to the word mai too. And one of those is it is used for suggestions. Yeah. For example, if I say, by, here's one, right? By MBK. I said, by MBK ma or mai, right? It could mean, so are we going to MBK? Or it could mean a suggestion to like, shall we go to MBK? Yeah. So that's a nuance that I'll be teaching in the course. All right. So let's move on to, I also teach rupa, yeah, rupa on shorten, pa. You probably heard pa, right? If I say pa, it's go, yeah, bye. You have the short version of go, yeah, to go. But if I say pa at the end of a sentence, it actually means rupa or not, yeah. And rupa is pretty much similar to mai, okay. Next one I'll be teaching ใช่ไหม versions of ใช่ไหม variation is ใช่ไหมใช่ไหมใช่ไหม is used to seek confirmation. If you already thinking that this might be the case, then you would use the word ใช่ไหม instead of just ไหม Okay, if you use ใช่ไหม, sometimes you can come across being aggressive, a little aggressive to like you're pretty certain. But I usually just, suggest or advise my students to just observe how Thai people use these particles first, and then they can start to gradually use them. Yeah. Okay, next one is หรือ right? There's a lot of ways to use หรือ and I'll list it here so to show surprises, to acknowledge the statement, or to show that information is new. The information is new and surprises here pretty much like similar to each other. So when I say หรือ at the end of the sentence, if I say เป็นคนจีนหรือ are you Chinese? Yeah. เป็นคนจีนหรือ it could mean I just acknowledge your statement, or I could show surprises. It depends on the tone of voice and my gestures, right? So for example, if I say เป็นคนจีนหรือ like just neutral voice, tone of voice, I just acknowledge like, hey, I'm Chinese. Oh, you are Chinese. Oh, you are? Yeah, so just to acknowledge. But if I'm surprised because she doesn't look Chinese at all, I'll be like เป็นคนจีนเหรอ and I would make faces, like that I'm surprised, right? So it depends. Okay, so variation of หรือ is raw here, so that's what we'll be teaching. And I will also teach how the role of หรือ when you put together with WS question, it will mean to add curiosity. Okay, so stuff like that. There's a lot in here, and I cannot really go into detail all of this, but if you're interested to learn more, you can join my Volume 2 course. Yeah. Chop here, right? The structure chop, I teach structure chop here, like chop ทำอะไร So in volume 2, the theme is the same, like 4 themes, right? Greeting, introduction, ordering food, drinks, the directions, taxi language, and asking for prices or bargaining. But I added more structures. I think it's so important that in volume 1, I taught like basic structures, and now I'm teaching like in volume 2, I'll add more compound structures and complex sentence structures as well. Okay, so you can form more sentences after you complete this course with me. Top, structure I like, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll teach you คิดว่า which is so important, like in conversation probably here คิดว่า or ว่า คิดว่า I think that. Okay, and I teach you more yes or no in Thai, how to say ได้เลย sure ไม่เลย not at all, or ไม่เลย that's the same ไม่ and then you add adjective and เลย for example แพง expensive แพง okay แพง air sound แพง mid tone ไม่แพงเลยไม่แพงเลย not expensive at all. Okay, so that's the structure here. Let's see. So next thing I'm going to be teaching is, so when you join my course, you will have access to this folder on my Google Drive, right? So I have all of these well organized, and I have videos to learn together in class. Then later on, after we learn structure and then we move on question particles, we're going to move on to present continuous tense in Thai. Like I always mention, right, that in Thai we don't have verb conjugations. We do have tenses, we just don't have verb conjugations. Okay, so in this course I'll be teaching present continuous tense in Thai and classifiers. So simple concept of classifier. Okay, so I'll teach present continuous tense. Like you guys can see that I have all Thai script here. For those of you who already learned Thai script, this course is also for you. Yeah, because I have Thai script here. But you can ask me question about the structure, but in terms of writing, we're not going to go into it. Yeah. Having said that, I'll give you an introduction of writing as well at the end of this session, the same way that I do in my course. Okay, so I teach you กำลังอยู่ กำลัง. So I made a short clip before. I was saying that present continuous tense in Thai, there are three ways to say it, right? กำลัง, and then verb, and then you. กำลัง verb, yeah, verb you. And this one is the most common one. You're going to hear in conversation a lot. So you in Thai also means to be situated, to be located, to live, or to stay. And that's why sometimes it sounds like verb and then to stay together. Doesn't make sense. It is because you also is a word to signify present continuous tense in Thai. Okay. All right. So I have some slang expressions here combined with the structure. So you're going to get to learn slang. Like, for example, len hun means trade stock. Yeah. So stuff like this. And then later on, I'll be teaching classifier. Yeah. Classifier. I actually added more. So it's not 11 anymore. It's 13 of those. Classifiers in Thai is a concept that doesn't exist in English. The concept of classifier exists because we don't have plural forms in Thai. So in English, we say one male, two females. In Thai, we say female, one, and then classifier. So you're gonna get to learn classifier structure in this course as well. Okay, so that's classifier here. All right, let's move on to future tense. Yeah, I'll teach structure future tense. So I'll be teaching จะ and then verb. Yeah, จะ is will, verb. จะ in Thai, sometimes in some sentences, it's not really equivalent to will. It's like when you add จะ, it's more like to be going to as well. Yeah, จะ จะ. And then I'll teach the keyword, the words that signify tenses, like future tense here. Like, for example, พรุ่งนี้ วันนี้ คืนนี้ ทีหลัง ปีนี้ เดือนนี้ yeah, เดือน not ดวน เดือน sound, vowel. จะต้องไปปาร์ตี้ใช่ไหม Do you have to go to party? Is that right? Are you going to? Yeah. จะต้อง it's like will you have to? Okay. So, and I also be teaching เดี๋ยวจะ okay, so I'll be teaching the differences between เดี๋ยวจะ and จะ in short เดี๋ยวจะ is pretty much used as a response, like, hey, I'm here now, can you come down? And I said, okay, เดี๋ยวจะลงไป, then I use เดี๋ยวจะ usually it's used as a response here. Okay. All right, so that's future tense here. And then after we cover the structures, at the same time, just so you know, I'm not going to go all like full on structures, like all at once. I'm going to do it alternately with the stuff that we learned here. Okay, so that's the sentence structures. Then later on, we're going to move on to colloquial greeting, which is interesting, right? Because we have a lot of interesting greetings in Thai. I'm sure you probably come across one of these already. And 3 common greetings is like ไปไหนมา yeah, ไปไหนมา จะไปไหน yeah, ไปไหนมา where have you been, จะไปไหน where are you going? กินข้าวหรือยัง yeah, this one is very common too, กินข้าวหรือยัง However, the reason that I teach basic greetings like สบายดีไหม because it's so important for you not to go up to a stranger and ask them if they have eaten yet, because that's not the way we do it. Okay, so you need to know the basic first, like สบายดีไหม and it's fine to greet people with สบายดีไหม as well, especially when you haven't seen each other for a while. Yeah, so it's don't feel like you cannot use สบายดีไหม okay, สบายดีไหม can be used, but it's not as often or common with the people that you see on a regular basis. I would say that. กินข้าวหรือยัง yeah, กินข้าวหรือยัง it's getting darker. กินข้าวหรือยัง okay, simplest greetings, right? เป็นไงบ้าง เป็นยังไงบ้าง I'll teach this one. เป็นไงบ้าง เป็นไง yeah, ไง okay, and then I have the nosier ones too, like วันนี้สวยจัง yeah, วันนี้สวยจัง today you look really nice. What have you done to your body? Did you get your nose job done, or did you could be like, did you get a boob job or whatever? Yeah, they usually greet you with this one, right? ไปทำอะไรมา and then I have real conversation, which is my YouTube video. It's called, the title is Small Talk in Thai. Yeah, so I already have that video and I in my course as well. Okay, so we're gonna be learning all of this. Let me check to see if how do we access the course? Dave Wall, The course is live lesson, so you have to sign up in my course. Yeah. You can email me at info.thaiwithsarah@gmail.com. Yeah, this one. This course is not free, guys. It's a paid course, and the thing about a paid course is it's kind of it kind of forces you to commit when you pay for something. So that's good. Okay, so this is not our YouTube kind of thing or free platform. This is my course and something that I put a lot of effort and time into it, and something that you're gonna see results after you finish the course with me. Okay, just want to be clear. Yeah. Okay. All right. So colloquial greeting, and the other one here is we're gonna be learning asking for prices or taxi language. So I have this one. I have the list of the vocab here, so you can we go over this in class just before we get into the dialogue. So you should go over this together, and then we're gonna go to the conversation together, which is something that I created. So all of this material I have created myself, and they all copyrighted. Okay, so they all like from my. I would say I take some stuff from David Smite, but not all. In my volume 1, I took quite a bit stuff from David Smite. For that, David Smite, I got inspired by his asking for prices dialogues. I think he had great dialogues for asking for prices and bargaining. So I pretty much just like took the templates from him, but I changed around the words and stuff to kind of be my own style, and I added more stuff to make it more practical. Yeah, but I would say his stuff is really good. If you guys want to check it out, it's called Teach Yourself Thai. His material is really, really good. But for volume 2, it's pretty much all my my knowledge, all the stuff that I created myself. And this is the dialogue that I went out and got a footage that I filmed myself talking to people in Thai. And I break down the structures and came up with a list of vocab myself. Okay, so this one is part 2. This one is the vocab, so we go over vocab list together as well, and then we do the dialogue together. So all of this dialogue, I have the real footage that I like went outside and filmed. So let me show you some of the stuff that we're learning is like here. For example, taxi language. Then I have like a couple scenes here. Not sure you guys can hear it. Let's see. Yeah, so stuff like this. I'll talk to taxi driver. I talk to the vendors for asking for prices. Can I try the pen? Like it's something that you get to use in real life. I don't teach anything that is not practical. At the same time, I also feel like you also need to know structures. Okay, learning a language is not something that you can do it intuitively, unless you have maybe like 5 or 10 years to spend maybe, and you listen to it over and over like a parrot. I guess it's fine for some people, but when I teach structures, you can form structures yourself without me telling you how to say it. Okay, so that's the goal here. So I have the real footage. I have asking for prices, how much is it, ordering food. Yeah, I went out and ordering food in Thai, and my friends helped me out with the dialogues too. So how do you say, can you follow up with my food? Can you bring me dessert menu? What do you have for dessert? Stuff like that. Yeah. So so this is something that you're gonna learn. One more thing about video though. I think what I like the most, the taxi not the taxi language, but delivery, the dialogues that you get, or phrases that you get to use with delivery guys, which I teach in volume 2 as well here. So it's about ordering food. Yeah, so I teach key phrases here, how to say, can I book a table for 4 people? Like, and then how many seats? What time is it? And can I have your number, your contact number? Stuff like this. Allergies, right? Like, can I place an order? I'm allergic to blah, blah, blah. How to say that? Deliveries guy, how do you say I'm coming down? How do they say I'm here? So stuff like this. This is the lesson that was suggested by one of my students, Kirsten. She was in my volume 1 and also completed volume 2 as well. She suggested that she wanted this lesson because it's more practical, and I accommodated her. I did her request, so I included this in the course as well. So I have to say volume 2 is pretty intense because we learn a lot of structures and stuff, and then we're gonna do a lot of role play and scenarios. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that's about it. I think that's like a quick recap on my course, what you're gonna be learning. Because some of you guys asked me about volume 2 and if it's too difficult, if it's for you or not. So here it is. It's like quick summary of my volume 2 course. Yeah, so if you have a question, just let me know. And I think that's pretty much it. The reason that I don't really teach this course is on YouTube and Facebook is because when it's a live stream setting, it's not really fun for me. I don't get interaction from you. I don't really know if you understand or not. And also, I feel like if you're actually in my class, it's more controllable in terms of results, I would say. Like, if you actually participate in class and you actually pay for it, you take it more seriously. For sure, there's some people that learn everything from YouTube for free and see results too. But at the end of the day, you need a professional to guide you through. And it's I think it's so important that you learn from a professional. It doesn't have to be me. It could be with other people too, other instructors. Anyway, so I still have a lot of free content on YouTube. If you want to check out my learning video for free, they're all on my playlists for beginners. And I also have a lot of free videos, short videos on my Facebook page. Yeah. Some of you asked me about private lessons, and yeah, I'm accepting new students now, and I'll take only 2 because that's the only time that I can make for now. And new video is coming up on YouTube, I believe, this coming Saturday. Yeah. Okay. That's it, guys. So it's getting dark now. It's really nice here. If you have any questions at all, let me know. That's about it. I hope you enjoy your day. And tomorrow I'll be live streaming from here. I'll show you my room and I'll teach you how to call the bed in Thai, or how to call a chair, how to call a table, how to call, I don't know, a microphone, how to call everything. Yeah. So basically we're going to be learning vocabulary, words, stuff in the room. And if we have enough time, then I go around and I'll show you guys the surroundings in the hotel as well, in the resort. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.